Hi, everybody. It is Dr. Una. And for those of you who do not know me, I help physicians embrace entrepreneurship so that they can get the prestige, the money, the freedom that they work so hard for. I believe that we spend way too long in training and spend so much money doing this not to get a return on investment. So I help you do just that. And today I want to come on and talk about help. My business is not doing as well as I thought it would do at this stage. So if that's you, it's all good. Grab a cup of coffee, come on in, have a seat, and let's chat about this. Now, I am a pediatrician by training. And one of the biggest concerns that parents always come to me with is, I thought my kid would be speaking a little more by now. So I could have, a 9-month-old, a 1-year-old, and I was expecting a lot more words. And I'm like, how many words are they saying? He's saying mama, he's saying dada, he's saying one other word. And I'm like, that's perfect. That's all that we want from him. And then I take the time to explain the progression to them. I'm like, at 6 months, they're really just babbling. At 9 months, they're saying mama, dada, and they could call daddy, mommy, and, all of that stuff. They can mix it up, but they should at least be saying the words. At 12 months, they should be saying mama, dada, maybe one other word. At 15 months, depending on the book you read, 2 to 4 words. At 18 months, they're doing 8 to 10 words, 2 years, 20 to 50 words, and then they first start doing 2-word sentences. It takes a whole 2 years for them to do that. And then at 3 years, they should be doing full sentences, 75% understandable to a stranger. And at 4 years is when I expect them to make full sentences fully understandable to me. Now, what happens after I explain that is relief. They're like, oh, okay, we're good then, right? It is the same thing with your business. It is the exact same thing. What does the parent need to do to help their kids develop their speech? They can't force the speech. What they can do is they can read to the kid. Another thing they can do is do running commentary. So if they're home cooking and all that, instead of just chilling, the baby's looking at them, they're like, mommy's gonna make some really good spaghetti today. We're gonna do it with tomato sauce. We're gonna do this. So they're just around more words. And they also need to hold the child accountable. So when the baby's pointing, if he's at an age where he's able to say what that is, I say, use your words. What do you want? Use your words, right? So the parent's focus changes from the result to the process. Now, doesn't mean you don't look out for results. Of course you look out for results, but at least you know what you have control over, which is the process. In your business, I want you to start focusing more on the process, the things you need to do to make the business grow and, achieve the goals, the targets that you set for it, as opposed to just staying up all night looking at the results. Looking at the results doesn't get you results. Working the process gets you results. So I hope, like the parents, you've taken a little sigh of relief here, especially if you look at kids again, they're newborns. We don't expect newborns to be potty trained, right? So if your business is a newborn, give it time to grow. If your business is 2 years old and is having a temper tantrum like every good 2-year-old, give it time to grow. Do you see what I'm saying? But focus on the process. So let me tell you a few processes that I want you to focus on. So your number one process that you do need to be focusing on is extroverting yourself into the marketplace. Whatever service or product that you offer, there are hundreds and hundreds and thousands and tens of thousands and potentially hundreds of thousands and millions of people who want to use it. They just don't know that you exist. Okay? So in extroverting yourself into the marketplace, you're saying, hey, I'm here. You've been looking for this. I'm here now. And that can look like that's different things you can do for that. You could be speaking to, groups of people and letting them know what you do. And this can be online or offline. You could be talking to people who've already used your services and you're like, hey, what 3 people do you know have in your life that need the service that I offer? Can you connect us? You can be talking to, people who are centers of influence and can send you patients or send you clients depending on what you do. But you need to be projecting yourself into the marketplace. You can't compete if you're not there. All right. So, and our natural bent is to stay behind our computers or stay at home and all of that stuff. We avoid getting on the phone. We avoid face-to-face conversations. But the truth of the matter is that's really where the money is, it's with people, and you have to tell people, you have this pain, I have the solution. So the very first process, rather than focusing on why am I not making enough money, focus on getting into the marketplace. The second thing is you need to be taking massive action. Now I could have said, go into the marketplace and do it a lot, but I separated it for a reason. You have to be taking massive action. If you think, wow, 5 calls is good, make it 50 calls, right? If you think posting once a week is good, make it 2 times a day. If you think speaking to groups about what you do is great to do once every 2 months, do it twice a month. You need to be taking a lot of action. So rather than worrying about the results, multiply the action that you're taking. You don't have direct control over the results, but you have control over the process. And if you control the process, you control the results. The third thing is, it would be worthwhile for you to get a coach on board. I believe in mentors and coaches, and the reason for that is that they shortcut your success. People say there's no shortcut. I'm like, of course there is. They're called mentors and coaches. Because no matter how long you take climbing on the wrong ladder, you're on the wrong ladder. You know what I mean? So maybe stuff is not working in your business because there is something that you do not know. Now, please don't hear this and go like, oh, okay, so I'm not going to extrovert myself into the marketplace. I'm going to get a coach. Your coach is going to make you extrovert into the marketplace if they're a good coach. So, so that's what you need to do. You should probably get a coach on board, or at least schedule some coaching calls and kind of get some direction for what you're doing, and make sure you're doing the right things, but for your business. But don't be afraid of that. We get coaches for everything else. If you want to learn the piano, you get a coach. If you want to learn to swim, you get a coach. If you're like, this is that year when I lose 40 pounds, you get a personal trainer on board. We get coaches for everything else. Business is no different. Actually, business is more critical for you to do that. Number 4, aggressive personal development. This is one of the things that I love the most because it gives the biggest return on investment. You may go like, oh, I'm so shy. Oh, I don't know what to say when I meet people. When I get negative reviews, it really throws my day off and all this stuff. Listen, or somebody says something like, oh, I'm projecting to make 7 figures in my side gig this year, and you're like, how do people even think about that? Okay, so listen. You are not static. You are a dynamic human being. You are like elastic. You can expand. You can stretch. Okay. You can handle situations other people are handling. You can dream dreams as big as theirs. Well, your own dreams, but in that kind of magnitude. But the key is personal development. Go after making yourself different. Everything in life goes from inside out. Okay. It's not outside in. So you don't get a big business by inheriting if someone gives you the business of your dreams and you haven't grown to handle that kind of business, you'll lose it, right? Because it's inside out. You have to become the kind of person who can own a business like that, and then you'll have it. So things like reading, not open for discussion, listening to podcasts, listening to audiobooks, attending conferences, the whole 9 yards, not optional, because every time you do that, you change. And when you change, everything around you changes. So aggressive personal development, okay? And you can start with simple things, multiply what you're doing. So if you read a book every month, maybe read 2 a month. If you read 2 books a year, then read a book a month. If you have not been a person who watches personal development videos or listen to podcasts and all that, convert your commute to work to education time. But you have to be aggressive and intentional about developing yourself. Okay. And then number 5, change your tribe. Okay, so it was John Maxwell that said that you're in 5 years you will only be different because of the people you meet and the books that you read. Okay, so the people in your life don't leave you the same. What that means is you cannot just have people in your circle because you were neighbors or you went to high school together and all that stuff. It doesn't mean don't talk to them at all. But your tribe needs to be made of people who are like you. They are in the grind. They are trying to build their own businesses as well, right? So those will be your colleagues. The other members of your tribes need to be people who are ahead of you. So they've accomplished what you're trying to accomplish. They inspire you. They show you what is possible. They show you mistakes that they made so that you can avoid them too. And you need to have people who are your mentees as well. So these are people who you are helping them on their journey. So you have mentees, you have colleagues, and you have mentors. Okay, so these are the three people you need in your tribe. Your mentees will make you work hard because you go like, oh, these people are looking up to me. It's kind of like having a child, right? These people are looking up to me. I should learn some more stuff and become better so I can help them more. Your colleagues will be your ultimate encouragers because you're like, oh man, I feel like quitting. I felt like quitting the other day. Forget it. You'll be okay. Come on, let's go, right? And your mentors will go like, the reason why this is not working is because you're doing this wrong and you're doing this wrong. Just tweak it. Okay, and one little tweak makes a really big difference, has a really big ROI. So you need these three people, okay? And you need to be intentional. So think about the world. Weeds grow naturally. You don't plant weeds, right? But if you're going to have beautiful orchids, you're gonna have to plant those. So it's the same thing with the relationships. Bad relationships can just find their ways in your way into your life, but the valuable relationships, you're gonna have to go find them. Okay, so let's go over that real quick. So what you need to do if you feel like your business is not working the way it should is, number one, relax. Okay, it depends on the stage of the business. Relax. Don't focus on results. You're gonna have to keep an eye on your results, don't get me wrong, but your focus and your actions should be on your process because that's what you have control over. So number one is extrovert yourself into the marketplace. Number two, massive action. Number three, get a coach on board. Number four, aggressive personal development. Number five, change your tribe. Okay, so I hope this was helpful. I just wanted to come on and encourage every business owner. Business is hard. Don't worry about what people say and posting pictures of them in the beach and they work only 2 hours. Business is hard, but it's very rewarding. Okay, so it's worth doing, but it's not the easiest thing to do. So I just wanted to come on and encourage you and let you know not to stop, just chill. Your business is a certain phase of development, but this is what you can do to aggressively push it forward. So thank you so much for watching. I want you to share in the comments what your biggest aha moment was. I want you to subscribe to this channel. And just to let you know, I am going to be in Atlanta. Well, not be in Atlanta. I am in Atlanta, but I am going to be hosting EntreMD Live, which is the ultimate business event for physician entrepreneurs. Whether you're employed, whether you just started a business, whether you're a veteran, this is the event for you. It is June the 8th, 2019. In Norcross, Georgia. Is going to be an all-day event, and I am going to show you how to build your business trajectory and your profit plan. I am going to show you how to extrovert into the marketplace so that the people that have your money and you have their solution, you guys can find yourself. It's like matchmaking. And I'm going to show you how to add 6 figures to your bottom line. Why? Because these are things that we need to know how to do. So it's going to be a really great event. There are going to be a lot of great people in the room. We already have 7 states represented so far. So come join us. I'll post the link for registration in the comments, and I'd love to see you in Atlanta too. So thank you so much for watching. Share your aha moment, and I'll see you in Atlanta.